Boxing King Media. Today we are joined by 3-0 heavyweight Jeremiah Dreamland Milton. Probably one of the best boxing nicknames about, I think I'd say. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, I gotta agree with that. Dreamland all day.
Yeah, because you're sending people to Dreamland. You've sent 3 opponents to Dreamland so far. Especially
Yeah,
the last one.
Yeah, the last one was a statement, man. Showcased on Top Rank. Really got my name out there. Really showed the people what I'm about. And it's been kind of difficult to even get an opportunity to follow it up. But hopefully by the end of the year or before this year is over, we'll be back in the ring.
How have you found that? Because I didn't want to talk about that too much because I know you've been asked about it in previous interviews, but that video has done views on almost every platform you can come across. It was on Sports Center recently as well, did millions of views on there. The guys, I know they didn't mention your name, but there were loads of people in the comments saying, "Oh, that's Jeremiah Milton." Have you had loads of people message you about that? And what kind of response have you had about that?
Yeah, I was actually telling someone about this the other day about social media and how it's kind of changed as far as I have random people who will, reach out, send me messages about different stuff, or just people interested now, kind of taking note of what I'm doing. Not everybody seems to be a follower, but a lot of these heavyweights, they get on my page and they try to see what I'm doing, just to kind of see what the fuss is about or buzz is about. And I didn't know when I went over to Floyd's gym, a lot of people come in there and they spot me. Because that gym gets a lot of people from out of the states, coming to visit and try to see who's at Floyd's gym. And so, it carries a lot of weight and a lot of responsibility that comes with it. So I embrace it all.
Wicked. You obviously deserve the limelight that you got from that, because obviously it wasn't just an amazing knockout. It's obviously what you did as well. You let the guy off the hook, and you could have gone in for the kill, but you didn't. Just moving on from that, I just wanted to talk about obviously your personal life. Have you got your son Julian? Is he about nearly 18 months or so now?
Yeah, about 18 months now. 20 actually. So yeah, he's getting up there. I'm saying, just shooting up, taller and taller. Back in Oklahoma, I'll be going home to see him pretty soon and everything like that.
Well, obviously a lot of boxing fans think you're out in Vegas, you're training, you're living a glamorous lifestyle. You're obviously not. You're grinding away. I mean, you're grinding away every day. You're away from your son. You're missing out on his early stages. Tell the fans out there, what's it like? The kind of life you're living at the moment. The grind, the daily grind, missing your family, and what you're doing day to day in Vegas.
Yeah, a lot of people, what I'm saying, even family, friends back home, they're not really going to understand it. And I mean, it's not really for everybody to understand. Boxing is a sport where you make a lot of sacrifices, to get an opportunity. And so, I'm in the gym every day, time away from my family, not being able to make it home for certain special events, things like that. It all comes with it. And, it makes the story that much better when you finally arrive and you get to that moment when you see things. And, whenever I was going into that bout, and on my last fight, it was in my hometown. I got into town, but because of COVID restrictions, we couldn't see anybody, nothing like that, until after the job was done, which is the way I like it anyway. The sport can be very taxing. It's a very serious sport. People get injured in it all the time. People get hurt. People don't make it home to their families. So it's just part of the cost that comes with it. I think people, especially when they hear Vegas or they hear anything like that, they think, maybe that gambling strip life or whatever. But for me, it's pretty normal, and it's pretty homey to me. I mean, it feels like sometimes it just feels like I'm always in the training camp, though, because I'm just always training. And being this early in my career, you don't really break away from a fight. You got to be ready if your number is called, so people drop in and out, whether or not I got an opponent next week, or next thing you know, he's not an opponent. So getting off the ground is kind of one of the harder things to do.
Yeah, I can imagine. Obviously, it's not just your family circumstances, financially as well. It's not easy when there's no fights guaranteed. You're out there. It's obviously, you don't come cheap. You're spending money in Vegas. You're eating, you're training daily. How do you find all that?
Yeah, that's definitely something I've been, it's been a little bit more of a struggle with me as of lately. Yeah, because, I'm just not getting the fights right now. Certain things just seem to be in the way at the moment. And, I'm just hoping all that stuff will, start ticking around because, if there was like an award for sparring or something like that, I'd definitely have the trophy. And I've been in there with, all these guys at the top. I recently helped Frank Sanchez get ready for his fight with F.A. Ajagba. Frank looked like an absolute monster out there, did what he needed to do. But, it's part of paying the dues in the process. And I guess you got to trust that process that you'll get your shot. But yeah, just right now, it's like I'm a, heavyweight division. There's not a lot of guys out there that can really do it. And so I've been fortunate enough to get some work with some of the best guys, but now I'm being, I don't know if the word is impatient or whatever, but I'm ready. I want my crack at it soon.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, you mentioned you've been training with Frank Sanchez. I know you've been everywhere. You've obviously been in London. You've trained with Daniel Dubois before. You've been all over the States. Do you find yourself being a student of the game? You're soaking up knowledge from all these different gyms and boxes that you're sparring with?
Oh, absolutely. And whenever I'm watching, uh, when I'm watching guys get ready for their fights, I'm taking notes what they're doing in their camp, how their coaches are preparing them. I'm one to always be a student and always be observant. That's kind of why, I'm able to keep my composure the way I do, in my fights and bouts and stuff like that, is because I'm always progressing. I'm young in the sport as far as how long I've actually been doing it, but the advantage I have over most guys is, I learn from what I do and I don't just go back to the gym and do the same thing. So I've seen some good things and I've seen some bad things that people would do. And sometimes the bad things work for them, but it just wouldn't fit for my style or my taking or how my career to progress. So I'm just kind of, in the process of getting to know to everything to where whenever I have the ability to structure things the way I want it, I can put it in place.
100%. What made you choose Vegas? Because obviously you were in a position when you turned pro, you probably could have gone anywhere in the States. What made you choose Vegas and why the Mayweather gym?
Yeah, I had a lot of different offers, what I'm saying, as far as places I could have been. But, I felt like the team that I was going with out of Vegas, Victory Sports, would have been the best move for me. And so far, Vegas has been really good in the aspect of everybody is here. Everybody comes to Vegas. It is like one of those places where you can travel out of easily. So, actually having my passport is a major bonus as well. Being able to just, fly overseas if I'm needed out that way. So Vegas, you get a cheap ticket, what I'm saying? Or if you want to just drive to Cali, you're 5 hours away. So people train in LA, people train in, San Diego. If I need to catch a flight to Miami real quick, boom, boom, boom. It's just all here.
It's like a central location is basically what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's very centralized.
Obviously you've been at the Canelo gym recently. I think you mentioned in an interview that you were possibly going to get some rounds with Canelo. Did you get them rounds with Canelo, and how did they go?
No, man, they're all crazy, man. They awesome, what I'm saying? They like Canelo Animal, what I'm saying? When he up in the gym, he be yelling that shit. We didn't get the rounds in because I ended up coming back. I knew that we would have ended up sparring because the way that man was looking, he definitely wanted to spar, which would have been fun. But no, man, I didn't spar with him, what I'm saying? Met Andy Reyes out there, what I'm saying? Me and him chopped it up pretty good. So we got close and stuff like that. So I know they already asked me to come back, if Reyes has something coming up, which right now I don't feel like he has anything right now, but for Frank and stuff. So I'll always be out there messing with those guys. Good team.
That's good. Obviously, you've done a lot of rounds with Tyson Fury as well, and I've seen Tyson talk highly of you. How many rounds have you done with Fury?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd say we sparred for about 4 weeks straight. Which was one of the things that also put a lot of confidence in me and showed me a lot of what I can improve on in my game, because when you're in the ring with a guy like that, you can't help but learn. You know, definitely the best heavyweight of our era, proving it. And just great overall guy, man. So yeah, that inspired me and lit a fire underneath me, you know what I'm saying, to get it going. Just seeing what I was able to do and the things I was able to pick up on from him.
What do you think makes Fury so good compared to the other fighters that you've obviously of this era?
You know, I feel like, you know, high confidence, you know what I'm saying, which is great to have. You know, that's something that is definitely needed in this sport. And not only with the confidence, you know what I'm saying, he also has a very good IQ. So he knows when something isn't quite working. And there's times in there where you can take something from him, but then he'll just take it back or make an adjustment or something like that. So like, you know, you can't go in there with him expecting to get off on the same things, which was great because, you know, when I compare that to, you know, some other guys that I might be in the ring with or something like that, you know, you might be able to catch him with the same right hand, catch him with the same right hand, catch him with the same shots or setups. Not with Fury, you know what I'm saying? So he's always making an adjustment, always kind of making you elevate your game.
Obviously, he's potentially got the challenge of Dillian White coming up next. You know, what kind of challenge do you think Dillian White brings to Tyson Fury?
Stylistically, I just don't see where that's much of a fight. You know, no knock against Dylan. It's just, you know, you think of a guy that took some of the hardest shots from Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? And we all know Deontay has one of the best right hands in the heavyweight division, if not the best. He was able to take those shots and able to get up. I was at that fight. I seen it live. It was very inspiring. I don't think, you know, a guy like Fury too, he's just so athletic. You know what I'm saying? So you have to overcome a lot of different things. And I think you'll need more of a athlete to match with him. So I fancy the Usyk fight a little bit more than that, if Usyk is to get through Joshua again.
Okay. You know, but you said you was in the arena. What was the crowd like? Obviously, majority American fans. Would you say they were, you know, Fury's kind of gained all the American fans? Is it?
Well, here's the thing, man. It was some heavy boos in there. You know what I'm saying, for the first little part, because I mean, you know, I was actually surprised by that because I felt like, you know, it was going to be a lot more Fury fans in there, especially given the fact that, you know, the media has kind of built it being his fight, you know, and I mean, he was the winner of the last one, but you know, it was mixed. I say it was a mixed crowd. They showed a lot of love, you know, once he began walking out and stuff like that. But I think everybody was just, you know, the energy in there was just amazing. Like it was gonna be a fight, you know, and nobody's talking about the boxing IQ from neither one of those guys too much in the fight. Everybody's like, damn, that was a fight. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those, I think the energy that was in that arena played into how much of a war that was going to be.
Because the reason I asked you that is because the last British fighter I can remember winning over American fans like that was Prince Naseem Ahmed. Would you agree? Because the Americans love him. Like,
yeah.
You can ask most.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember, you know what I'm saying? My brothers know about him. And I mean, they're not deep in the boxing game, but, you know, he had all the style. He had all the antics, you know what I'm saying?
Fury's a similar type of personality, isn't he?
Yeah. Fury, man, I'm telling you, man, he has really good, he has really good, like, a really good demeanor about him, you know what I'm saying? It makes him just real, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he can translate to everybody and stuff like that. I think the crowd was you know, they were leaning towards him as the fight was going, but you know, everybody was cheering Wilder too, just for the heart.
You know, just going back to yourself, Jeremiah, you know, your boxing style, if somebody's not seen you fight before, you know, how would you sell yourself? What kind of boxer are you? Are you a come forward fighter? You know, if someone's to compare you to the current heavyweight crop, you got Joshua, Usyk, White. What's your style like?
Yo, my style is, you know, I'm just getting it done. You know, I got to do what's necessary to bring to the table. If I need to be more aggressive, then I'm gonna be more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? If I need to box, then I'm gonna box. You know, smart fighters make adjustments. You've seen Shakur Stevenson's last fight. You know, he's a very smart fighter. So in the last fight, you know, people were talking about he didn't do this, he needed to finish like this or look a certain way. Then he comes out there with Jamal Herring and completely shocks everybody with, you know, in your face, this is what he needed to do. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to press to get the results. You know, I don't look for the knockout, but you don't present it with me. Don't present it to me because, you know, that's boxing. I'm going to take it. So I think my style pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm a very athletic guy, but I'm a thinker too. I'm a thinker. And I'm not afraid of punch.
Would I be right in saying, you know, because I've seen all your fights, you're an excellent body puncher. You create openings. And is that something you work on? Because you got up, down, and not a lot of fighters, you know, work the body, especially at heavyweight.
You know, that's something that I was always told, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, attack the body and the head will fall, you know, head must die. That's
It's
something
easy
that I
saying it,
always
though.
heard.
It's easy
Yeah,
saying it,
yeah.
but not many heavyweights do it.
Not many heavyweights are doing it. And, you know, I know like a lot of heavyweights tend to get tired or fatigued, you know, and there's things like that. So, you know, small, like guys like Michael Hunter, especially like when I was getting rounds with him and then Johnny Rice and stuff like that, these guys are very skillful heavyweights and they try to do different things. And so, you know, learning to take some stuff from them and, you know, apply it to my own craft as well has helped me a lot in my professional career. But, you know, I don't want to be like the rest of the heavyweight division and, you know, just be some big lumbering guy that's going to, you know, crash. But I can do that, you know, so I can crash if I need to. But yeah, man, it's the sweet science, and you gotta know when to box, you gotta know when to fight.
You know, on that subject of like, you know, the boxing science, you know, I don't know if you've seen Anthony Joshua's interview today. He's been quite obvious that he's going to be looking for a new trainer, and he's mentioned the names Robert Garcia, Ronnie Shields, Eddie Reynoso, and Virgil Hunter. I don't know if you've obviously spent time with Eddie recently. There were 4 trainers. Which one do you think would be best suited to him?
You know, that's interesting because you know, I actually got to work with Virgil a little bit back when I sparred with Tony Yoka. Right before I turned pro, I went to spar with Tony Yoka when I was training for the Olympic trials. And you know, I like Virg. I like Eddie. I wonder if, like, you know, being in there with Canelo and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that, you know, they have to figure out something at the time because you have 2 superstar boxers, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, time is very important, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was down there training, it was hard for us to work in the gym because the gym is designed around Canelo. It's like the bags, everything is set up for him. Virgil Hunter, you know, I think I like the things that he was showing Tony. But, you know, my thing is like, you don't want to try to reinvent too much. You know, I feel, me personally, it's only my personal opinion, some of the mistakes that Joshua made in the Usyk fight weren't huge mistakes, you know, and he had moments where he was landing. You could see Usyk's face, you know what I'm saying? But the confidence, you know, it's like he just didn't believe in who he was. And I've seen this before in the past. Before I became a professional, I seen how he would attack. So he fought Eric Molina, goes in there, destroys Molina, puts him in a corner, shames him, walks off. You know what I'm saying? Crisp boxing, looks smooth. Then in the Klitschko fight, he goes out there and he just couldn't get the gears going because he just looked a little bit timid, a little like, you know, unsure, just a little unsure. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, hell, you're going against, you know what I'm saying, dude who's, you know, reigned for 17 years. You're going to have that going in your mind, but at a certain point, you just got to believe in what you know how to do. So I think he needs to get more of the belief factor in him because if he would have committed on some of those right hands that landed against Usyk, you know, we might be having a different discussion today.
Yeah, fair
possibly.
Point. You know, at the names, you know, if you was to pick someone, do you think that he could probably adapt to and maybe, you know, help him beat Usyk? Is there any of them trainers that you think, you know, if you was in his shoes, who would you pick?
You know what? I like the Eddie Reynoso. I like the Eddie Reynoso move because, you know, one thing about Eddie is in the Canelo gym is like them guys, you know, they tough guys. You know what I'm saying? So if he can get some of that in him, and then the combination punching, you know, it'd be hard to pick it up in one camp. But you know, we were able to see when he had the Reyes rematch, you know, adjustments that he made. He looked a little bit more fluid. Now Reyes came in not in the best shape at all, but Joshua did look more fluid. So he was able to learn. He was able to learn and pick up on some things. But I like the Eddie Reynoso camp for him. I think, you know, Eddie and them are really solid guys. Eddie was showing me some stuff while I was down there. You know, I think they could definitely add some good things to his game, and also, you know, just bring out that hunger. You know, look at like Frank Sanchez and FA. Like FA goes to buck at Frank, and you know he didn't even move. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know, so like, you know, and one thing about Joshua too, like, keep that energy, dog. Don't go in there, you know, shaking this man's hand too much. You know what I'm saying? Go get your belts.
And you're obviously saying that from personal experience, so you're probably the best person to ask on that. Obviously, with regards to yourself, you know, have you got a fight date coming up, Jeremiah, or are you still waiting for that call?
Nothing locked in just yet, but you know, I am fully loaded. You know what I'm saying? I'm pressed. I'm asking questions every day with my team. You know, as far as like, you know, what could be our potential date, and I'm staying in the gym. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll just keep up the great sparring. You know, my next fight will be my best fight. I promise you that.
100%. And I'm guessing you're looking forward to getting home for Christmas to see your little one.
Yeah, see my little one, you know what I'm saying, catch up with the family.
Yeah, that's your goal, I'm guessing, after the next fight. That's what you're looking forward to. 100%.
Yep, that's what we do it.
Yeah. Could you tell the fans where they can follow you on social media?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Y'all can get at me at Dreamland_Milton. That's Dreamland_Milton on Instagram and also Twitter. And just stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? Great things coming from the kid from Tulsa, Oklahoma, pride of Black Wall Street.
You're on TikTok as well, aren't you? I came across your TikTok account recently.
Yeah, I be on TikTok every now and then, man. I get on there, drop a little something. But yeah. So TikTok as well. I think it's the same thing.
Do you rap or you drop some beats? I'm sure I've come across some videos of you singing.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a hobby of mine. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is the goal. You know what I'm saying? But I like to express myself. I'm a very expressive dude. It's something, you know what I'm saying, that music was always ingrained in my family. So maybe in another life, that's probably what I've been doing. But right now, I'm just busting heads.
Yeah, Tupac or Biggie?
Oh, come on, man. It's Tupac over here, man. It's Tupac, man. I'm a West Coast raised. But yeah, you know what? I didn't grow up on Biggie, man. Like, my brothers was that much in the Pac, man. Like, Tupac was like my older brother in the house, and Biggie was just not allowed. So I had to find out about Biggie, like, in college, man. Like, I'm doing my own, like, listening. I was like, okay, Biggie was nice with it, man. Biggie was nice with it, but I'll ever be a Pac fan.
I'm guessing you're driven past the, you know, where he got shot, because it's in Vegas.
Yeah. They got a whole setup out here. Like I said, I haven't got to go see it all because of COVID and training. But yeah, no, it's amazing, man. It's amazing where life will take you. Like I said, I'm from Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a small town with things happening in it, though.
I'm gonna get you to sign out, Jeremiah, with dropping a beat. Can I get you to spit some fire?
You want me to spit some bars?
Anything you want.
Let me see. All right. Let's check it out. Just gonna drop something. All right. I go by Dreamland. I got a master plan. Oh, wait a minute, my phone don't down.
Let's go again.
I go by Dreamland. I got a master plan. I'm willing to execute and dispute any one of you haters looking to stop my shine. I stay on the grind from time to time. I'll let you know what's on my mind. T-Town Reyes. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't got anything for you. Put me on the spot, G.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jeremiah. I really appreciate your time, man. And hopefully we'll come out and see you soon, and get something up close and personal.
Yeah, man. You touch the Vegas, let me know. You know what I'm saying? We'll ride around, go take you by where Park was at.
Yeah, I actually saw it last year, but I went down. It was quite a surreal place, to be fair. So, Big E is the guy that I'm a fan of, but I respect both of them.
Big Baby, yeah, no, they was Big Papa. You know what I'm saying? They was doing their thing, man.
Yeah, no worries, man.
All right, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll catch up soon.
All right, we'll see you then.
Take care, bro.